Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore. Today we have another chat about happenings in the AFL scene so far in 2025. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button too, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get an alert every time we drop a new episode. So what do we want to talk about? First item on the agenda, you're opening the batting.
Tim Kelly.
Yeah,
so he's not happy with his footy. He's not happy playing. He's not enjoying.
What, West Coast or just in general?
Well, West Coast because they're not winning games. So he's not enjoying it, right? Now,
jeez.
Here's the issue I've got. That happens, right?
Yeah.
We've got to remember that he wanted to go home and requested a trade. He was an All-Australian at Geelong. They didn't want to get rid of him. In fact, they kept him an extra season against his will to a point.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then they eventually caved and traded him. He really wanted to go. Did the right thing for him and his family, whatever, right? So he's gone home, and after 5 years, I'm not happy because they're not winning. Mate, suck it up. You get paid $1 million a year. I don't understand why he feels the need to come out and say that.
Does he want to come back to Melbourne?
No. He's just not enjoying his footy. But he's earning $1 million a year.
Okay.
Do you enjoy going to work every day, boys?
No, of course.
Okay. So suck it up.
That's it.
Suck it up. We don't go doing interviews about our work. Oh, no, I'm not happy at work, you know. Yeah? You say it in-house to your co-workers and that.
I agree to a point. Like, you're right. You get paid a lot of money. We don't know, is his circumstances changed?
No, he's just not enjoying football. Because they're not winning.
Well, that's ridiculous. Yeah. So what all the teams like, we'll use West Coast, North, the other 2 or 3 that
Richmond, St. Kilda,
what are they meant to do?
Exactly. So this came up because his contract's up at the end of this year, and they said, "Oh, you're going to sign a long-term deal to stay at West Coast." And he's like, "I'm not really happy with my footy now. I'm not going to sign anything now." And blah blah blah. You got 2 choices: sign and play, or don't play.
Or don't play.
Yeah, well, he's
30 years old.
That's right.
And you can actually see it in his play that he wasn't enjoying it. Probably last year, more often than not.
Because he's a gun when he wants to.
But he was struggling. But at Geelong, how well was he playing? Because he's a good environment, good team. You know,
maybe something. Look, we don't know the whole.
No, we don't. But we can only go about what he said. Right?
Yeah, I think that's a bit poor.
Anything to add to that, boys? No, I'm pretty much gone.
Nailed it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
New Sharon's been kicked in during the week before games.
Do they want
the home side? I believe.
Correct.
Are going to kick in the new balls during the week before their home game.
Do they want cream cheese with that?
How precious are they?
Are you serious?
Honestly, they reckon the balls are too pointy and all that rubbish.
What?
Don't use that as excuse for inaccuracy, surely.
Exactly. How about you practice more, have more shots at goal?
I just want to say, let's go back 80s, whatever, I don't know.
90s even.
Let's say 80s. It's 90s to a point. They were playing with basketballs. They were playing with footy. You know what they said? Hey, Johnny, can you bring that footy on the weekend?
Why does Johnny always smoke?
Johnny's always smoking.
Johnny's got lung cancer.
Chain smoker.
Got lung cancer,
Does he
Johnny.
vape? Does he vape as well?
Yeah, he does vape.
You
got to vape it, mate.
Anyway, Johnny, can you bring those footies that was sitting up on top of the fridge there in the lunchroom?
Exactly.
We're running out of footies.
on the lunchroom.
Are you joking me or what? Give me a spell. Give me a spell, AFL, and players.
I agree. What about those days, just quickly, right? The old footies in the 80s when it was raining, right? You couldn't even see Sharon.
No.
It was burgundy brown. Like
and the boy could see water come off the ball.
So when you prepared a footy for hallway football,
like,
did you kick it around before your cousins came?
No, yeah, of course.
You destroyed it before it came.
Yeah, it wasn't even in any shape to be played with. Are you give me a spell? No, that's
too precious, isn't it?
Bad.
I don't think.
So
it's not required.
NFL at the MCG.
NFL guru here.
Couldn't give 2 shits. Done. Next.
That's fair enough. You do that. It's okay.
No, all right.
Couldn't care less.
Do you think it's good for Melbourne?
Probably, yeah. But I couldn't care less about it.
Do you think it will impact the AFL season? Because it's meant to be played in that week before the finals, the bye week.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea then.
No, that's what I'm asking you.
You watch the AFL buckle over.
Yeah,
they'll move the final series.
Oh, don't know about they'll move.
I'm telling you.
So
the big bucks come, the big circus comes.
Yeah. So do you think that can ruin the ground? Not really. I mean, sports like anything, I suppose. It's not.
Look, I don't know exactly how much impact it'll have on that side of it.
There'll be
it's
a
a
lot
week
of
off.
people treading on it, and there'll be everyone around the sidelines.
Yeah, well, I guess that happens in the AFL.
What
but
intrigues me is during the week the Americans are looking at a photo of the MCG and they did an AI photo of what it would look like, and there was like comments as such as, "Oh, there's no front row. Like if you sit in the front row, you're 100 metres away
because it's not rectangular,
because it's not
round,
rectangular.
yeah, it's oval, yeah.
Oh no,
That's
I don't
like AB
that.
Park. If you sit at the front, you're
Yeah,
close to the
it's
game.
Great, yeah. Oh, I get that.
But like the ground has. They play cricket on it, and the batsman and the bowler are in the middle of the ground, and the whole game's played
You can see.
in a
Pretty
30-metre
much, yeah.
circle.
Yeah. Correct.
So I'm not sure what the carry-on is by the Americans that they won't be able to see the game.
Maybe because they're not
It's
used to
gonna
it.
be a
That's what it
rubbish-
is.
They're not used
That's
to
all
it.
it is.
But do you remember in like Italian soccer back in the day, used to play in
Yeah.
the Olympic Stadium,
That's right.
Yeah.
So they had the running track around.
Correct.
The 86 World Cup, Argentina was playing
Mate,
the
they
soccer
were
game.
Even the
miles,
Olympics and that,
they were
like,
miles
yeah.
away.
But that's what I mean. No one really complained then, right? So what's the big
no,
deal now?
the-
It's just what you get used to. You get it's
The
like
start of a game of footy starts in the middle of the ground. So
Yeah,
what,
that's
people
true,
can't
yeah.
see the
No.
first clearance?
those
Come
two
on.
screens. Whatever.
Yeah, it'd be good for Melbourne, all that. Like I said to
Are
you
you
at the
going?
start of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be-
you gonna go?
I could guarantee you,
Are-
if that game's be live on TV,
Yeah, I reckon it will.
yeah,
be.
I'll be watching reruns and get
If it's
smart.
sold out like the
It'll be-
80s, you know, if the
it'll
game's
be
sold
played-
out, so
I'll be watching
show it
reruns
live.
and get smart.
LA Rams, mate.
It'll be played
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. to suit their time.
Who do you follow?
Buffalo Bills.
Oh, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they got the chewy on top.
Okay, Buffalo Bills.
Chewy on the nose.
Yeah.
Buffalo
Chocolate
Bills.
on the back.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills. Okay.
Dear, dear.
Worst sport in the world.
I can't. Oh, close. Nah, it's
Better than golf or worse than golf?
At least golf makes sense.
I'll watch golf
do
before
you
I
mean?
watch that.
NFL makes no
golf
sense to me.
In
Yeah.
Baker Finch.
I watched the Shark before I watched that.
The Shark. Okay. All right. That's enough said. I reckon it's going to be good, but hey.
Actually, I'll watch someone knitting before I watch that.
Knitting.
The knitting
More
champ,
molds?
world knitting champion.
Loud guitars and knitting needles? A festival in Finland combines the unlikely pair in the inaugural Heavy Metal Knitting World Championship.
You know, in the 80s, remember the older ladies were knitting at the football?
Yeah.
They'd knit. They'd
I
put
got,
scarves.
well, I
and
got
that.
in trouble one day for having a crack at one.
Why?
Oh, here we go. There's another
She was
story.
having a crack at the duck, mate. And I lost my mind. At Geelong. I was at Geelong, actually. Lost my
It's a
mind.
country town, Geelong.
Yeah, I know. But she wanted to keep going. I said,
I
listen.
shouldn't say that country town because it's very nice, Geelong.
It's only 50 minutes up the road, as Dwayne
Oh,
also keeps saying.
actually, you'll never see
it's an hour and a half with
ever.
roadworks.
I went to Cardinia
Yeah.
Park quite a few times.
Yeah, back in the day.
Anyway.
All right, let's move on.
Taran Thomas, this is an interesting one. He's able to play VFL non-AFL affiliated teams.
I'll take that if that's all right.
So so he can play for Port Melbourne. He can play for Williamstown. He can play for
Werribee,
Werribee,
Frankston, are they still in
Frankston.
it?
But he can't play
Morty Alec.
Berwick. He can play for Sunshine.
Yep, Brunswick.
Brunswick, who? Brunswick who?
Um,
Come on.
Who's the other one? Brunswick, they merged.
yeah. Brunswick
Brunswick
Broadmeadows.
Broadmeadows. Brunswick Broadmeadows. You know who came from the Brunswick Broadmeadows? Ron DeLulio.
Do you know who played a game, played a season for him?
No.
Mark Jacko Jackson.
He did so.
Wow.
There's,
I didn't know
there's footage on YouTube, actually.
Of Jacko
Oakley,
playing.
he can play for Oakley.
There's footage of him in Brunswick Broadmeadows
Yeah.
kicking a goal or something. But
He can play
anyway,
for Oakley. What
Did he?
colour did Oakley wear?
I think they were yellow and blue or something.
Purple.
Yellow and
The
purple.
violet
There you go.
crumbles, eh?
I had no.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what's the difference?
With?
You're playing VFL, you're playing AFL. So if you're playing for Collingwood or you're playing for Port Melbourne, what's the difference? And by the way,
Zero difference.
he got charges dropped. So obviously, if your charges are dropped, you're not guilty, right? Regardless.
yeah, I guess.
Regardless. So if you're going to let him play, you let him play the full hog, or you don't let him play for whatever your reasons are. But there's no reason why he shouldn't be allowed to play in the AFL. That's a joke. You know what? AFL frightened. That's what it is.
Typical
Frightened.
spineless AFL.
Yep, frightened. That's my
I,
take.
I don't
on
know
that.
what the
if you've got
problem
anything
is.
else to
Like,
add.
if he's good enough to fight his way back onto a list, good luck to
Good
him.
luck to him, mate.
Good, if he's been found
If
not
he's-
guilty.
yeah.
But if he's able to get back from where he is to an AFL list,
yeah.
good on him.
Kudos to him, mate. You've got to give him
Exactly.
credit.
I mean, what's the difference if he plays for Werribee?
So,
he's still going to play against the AFL
Exactly.
affiliated
What's
sides.
it matter?
because the AFL are frightened, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I'd love to know why. Like, is he a detriment to AFL footballers? But they're human
Please.
beings.
Because the
They're
AFL
not
don't want him
robots.
playing with an AFL club, but they are allowing him to play footy, and he's good enough
So-
to play at VFL level. They don't want him playing
Okay,
local.
let me ask you a
Clearly that's
question.
the
Let me ask you a
answer.
question that you won't have the answer to because we don't know.
Staggering.
But when whoever he plays with. Let's just assume he plays for Port Melbourne, right?
Of course he will.
Okay.
Who
so-
else is he going to play for?
No, I'm just saying. So if Port Melbourne play Collingwood, will Channel 7 show it? The AFL broadcaster. Of course they will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it's
right.
If it's broadcast game, yeah.
So what's the problem?
Agree.
Same field.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course they'll show it. So,
You know
Tell
what?
me your robot theory.
no, I was just saying. So are they robots in the AFL? Like, no, sorry. They're humans in the AFL, so he can infect like a club.
Yeah.
But they're robots in the VFL, are they?
Yeah.
Where it doesn't
Matter.
It doesn't matter.
Come on, mate. They're
Grow up,
human
AFL.
beings.
Grow up, AFL.
Oh, that's
Weak.
one of the poorest decisions I've ever heard of. And this has got nothing to do with him. I couldn't care if he plays again or plays 500 games, right? It's not the person. It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
It's just
The situation.
that's the story. He's in, right?
Stupid.
So anyway,
So we had a comment in one of our episodes, the last one or the second last one, regarding Kayo, and we're going to bring it up. $40, and this writer or this subscriber wrote how. Why don't you just bring up how ridiculous Kayo is now at $40 for premium 4K?
you speak, we listen. We're bringing it up. So it's gone from 35. The premium.
Whoa,
Whoa.
$25.
No, hang on.
No.
I've done some research here. I've
But I
done
was
some
paying
research.
25 at one stage.
Yeah. Go on. So $25 is for 720p.
Standard.
Right? So
Yeah, right.
1999 vision, right? To get 4K, it's gone from 35 to 40. That's a lot of money just for Sports Channel, right?
All right.
Mind you, I'm just going to say one thing, and I mentioned this a year and a half ago. When I was overseas, I could not use my KO overseas, but I can use Netflix.
Who's Kayo?
Well, I was going to lend yours, but my point
Didn't
is,
work though, did
but
it?
I had no, it didn't work. It said you're outside of Australia. Listen here, KO. That's the reason why I'm not a subscriber. If I can watch it overseas, I'll sign up right now. However,
Yeah.
you can't.
You can't even use the AFL app overseas.
There's an international AFL thing. But
Yeah,
mate,
you got to pay for the subscription.
But I don't want an international. I'm going
Yeah.
away for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it
Once.
might be. I want to watch games. That's it. I had to watch them illegally. I had to watch them on different streams. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
How are we growing our game?
Take that out of it for a second.
Yep.
Or valid points. I
Yep.
totally agree with you. Are you serious? Do you want to rip the public of this country anymore? Like, just keep bringing up in 2 years' time, be $50
Yeah.
just to watch a game of footy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
Most people get it probably for the footy.
Most
So
people
I want to
do.
watch
Yeah,
4K
most people
footy,
would, yeah.
$50 just to watch a game of footy. You know what?
It's
Pipe up
disgusting.
and think about what you're doing to the public. It's disgusting.
It is. It's disgusting.
And not to mention the price of Foxtel as well with Fox Footy.
Yeah.
So you're getting ripped off either way. If you want to pay for Foxtel.
I have no interest in KO, to be honest, anyway.
Well,
Oh,
because
'cause
you've got Foxtel,
right?
That's true, but,
So
people
but I'm
that-
with you. Not that I
Yeah.
go overseas often, but it's not the point. You can't
No,
use
you
it.
can't use it. But I can use Amazon. I can use
Yeah.
every other streaming service except the Australian ones. That's disgraceful.
It is, Paul.
And you can change the IP address on
Well,
Netflix.
yeah, you can. So
And
if you're in
other
another country, if you're in
subscriptions.
America, you can watch
But I don't
the
think you can
American
do it
ones.
with KO. Can
No,
you?
you can't.
No.
Oh, unless that's changed.
But it's KO Australia. Is KO worldwide or is it just Australia?
No, it's Australia.
Australia, I
But
think.
what's-
Yeah.
Hang on. Shouldn't they be aiming for more subscribers overseas?
That's true.
Like, who cares?
That's
Who cares?
true.
Anyway.
That's true.
But anyway,
Well, there you have it. Another episode of Ankle Sore in the books. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see you on the next one.